Interrompemos esse podcast para perguntar: quem você quer ser?
Designer, engenheira, pedagoga,
administrador.
Quer saber? O Senac EAD é nota máxima no MEC. Tem cursos de diversas áreas, com conteúdo elaborado por especialistas do mercado e professores mestres e doutores. Ainda tem o Senac Carreiras, conectando estudantes a vagas de emprego em todo o país. Saiba mais em ead.senac.br/graduação.
Hello and welcome to Unequal Sequel.
Extra.
Another month in the trenches with Rich and Dave in the world of sequels. Yeah.
July has been a shit month.
I was going to preempt this of how bad your July has been. So be prepared for Rich just to look back on July and give it the fully 2 fingers salute.
Yeah.
And tell it to fuck off. I hope everyone else has had a better July than Rich.
You can't have had a much worse July, I wouldn't say.
No.
Unless, I don't know, your house blew down or something. That would be pretty bad.
That would be bad. I mean, it's been pretty windy at some points, and rainy.
My July has been pretty phenomenally awful.
So when we go through this month, just remember that Rich might not have seen as much as he wanted to, but he has watched some other things that he didn't want to. So
I've watched actually in the last week or so. I've watched loads of movies, none of which I can talk about. No, because they're all for episodes.
We're finishing season 6.
Yeah,
and we're starting season 7.
Yeah, we've rolled straight into recording season 7. So be
prepared. We're excited about that. We made a promise. We said this year will be a 2-season year.
It will. And it definitely will, because we've already started.
Yeah, and by love or blood and money and sweat and tears and other bodily fluids, we're going to do that. It's going to happen. So look forward to that. But we have just completed July. Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah.
It's been a fucking busy month for us. We've recorded lots of episodes. We've released lots of episodes. We're in the middle of the season. And now is the fun part where I have to try and see if Rich remembers what we did. So here we go. Rich, do you remember what we did in July?
No. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll give it a try. Quiet Place Day 1.
Yes. Prequel.
Prequel. For Unequal prequel. We did Despicable Me 4.
Yep. I love this because it always shows you what the most forgettable sequel of this year, the month has been when Rich can't remember it.
Oh,
okay.
And Beverly Hills Cop 4 as well.
There we go. And do you remember the Disenfranchised and box set mentality we've done as well?
Oh, we did Jonah Hex, didn't we?
Yeah, did.
Disenfranchised. And obviously we've done Rambo Part 2, First Blood Part 2 for box set mentality.
And we've also had 4 episodes of season 6. So we've had Daryl, Chris, Liam, and Giles, those 4 brilliant episodes, and also 4 cracking sequel sessions episodes that we released as well.
Yeah.
It was a lot of editing. It's nearly over, but here we go. So thank you everyone for sending your thoughts and your emails and your tweets and threads and whatever. We try and read them all, and hopefully I'm about to give it a go, whoever sent some things in. So what do you want? Oh, okay. We'll start with Paul, who sent us an email about Quiet Place Day 1. So it says, "Hi chaps, big fan of the podcast and regular email." You are, Paul. We appreciate that. I'll read another one about XLF in a minute. "I like to think I've always been positive, but I'm afraid I had to stop listening to this episode when I discovered that Rich had not seen the previous 2 incarnations of this series and franchise. I was confused on what basis Rich would be judging if this was an unequal sequel, seeing he had nothing to base it on. I guess I could have hung around to find out, but promised to listen to the month-end roundup when you explain all, and I'll go back and listen to this." So he is going to listen to us. "I really enjoyed the movie and loved how tension was created and very little dialogue. The scene in the bar with the magic trick was beautiful. Still a big fan. Walter Rich."
Okay. Firstly, it's not a sequel, it's a prequel. So I've watched them in chronological order. I've started with the prequel and then watched the two others, which we'll talk about later.
Rich has seen these other two others now. He made a promise to me.
Yeah, I promised I'd watch them before the end of the month roundup, and I have watched them both. So we'll talk about that later. I'd also say you've missed a cracker of an episode, because actually I think we did a really good job of reviewing that movie. And having seen the next two, my perspective has not changed at all. Like, it was like what I've said about that still absolutely stands. Everything I said about the prequel. I'd also say life gets in the way, man. I know we're here for you as a podcast, but we do have lives outside of this place, and we don't have infinite time to sit and watch lots of movies. We try our best, we really do, but there's a lot of shit going on right now, and I couldn't sit and watch 2 Quiet Place movies at that point in time, and I don't think I need to, because it was a prequel, and that was the whole point. But glad you're listening. Glad you're going to go back and listen, and you'll hear what I think about A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2 later.
Yep. Thank you for sending that email in, Paul. Thank you for also sending an email about Axel F, so I'll read that now. Hi chaps, watched this last night. Perfect timing seeing as your podcast dropped on the Friday. Whilst I don't hate it, I didn't think this offered anything new worth waiting 30 years for. In fact, so much of it seemed lifted from the original movie that you wonder why they even bothered. This was perhaps highlighted when Axel checks into the hotel, and even he couldn't be bothered to say the 2024 version of the original and just reluctantly accepted the room. As you rightly say, there was never any doubt who the bad guy was from the moment one. So ridiculous. I actually felt a little bored at times as it went through the motions. Whilst it wasn't the worst film I've seen, and no way as bad as the sequel to Coming to America, or Coming to America, as I have to put it, I see it as an unequal sequel. To true with that, Alex has also sent an email about Axel F, and he said, Rich and Dave, when I saw Axel F on Netflix, I put it on mostly out of curiosity. I was pleasantly surprised how enjoyable the film was. It's definitely worth a watch to any of the fans of the original movies. However, I did roll my eyes at some of the cliches throughout the movie. Axel's estranged daughter. Billy and Taggart's have not changed since we last saw them, even though Taggart's a chief of police. A few too many references to the trilogy. I enjoyed how Axel tries his old ways that mostly don't work, and the action was very good for a streaming movie, rating 5 out of 7. I love that people are joining in with the unequal sequel stuff and the 5 out of 7. Let the magic burn.
Well, we did say it was an unequal sequel, but that's only because 3 is so incredibly bad.
Yes.
This is good. I mean, it's not a perfect movie. I don't think I was bored at any point watching it. Maybe a little in the middle.
It does sag a little bit in the middle.
It does, yeah.
It starts with a bang and ends with a bang.
Yeah, and I think showing a bit of like Axel's how he's changed is a good thing.
We all grow up, Rich.
Yeah, and our powers all wane, don't they? I think that's all right.
My powers have definitely waned.
But again, I would say I agree with most of those comments. To be honest, it's fine.
It is fine. Tom on Instagram told us one of Murphy's last great films is Bowfinger, co-starring Steve Martin. The scene where Murphy tries to cross a rush hour freeway is one of the funniest films committed to film, a real hidden gem. Yes, Tom is 100% right. Bowfinger is brilliant. Have you seen Bowfinger?
I don't think I've ever seen it. No.
It's one of the only films I've ever watched, and this was in 1999, I was very young, that people actually clapped at the end. And there was only about 15 people in the cinema, and I loved it. And I remember watching it in the cinema pretty early, and then we went to America, and it already been released on VHS. So
wow.
I bought it on VHS really early and brought it back to England and watched it a lot, because it is brilliant. Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy together was so good in that film, and I don't think enough people have seen it.
I'll have to look that up. I'm aware of its existence, but I've never watched it.
It's funny because Eddie Murphy's playing 2 versions of Eddie, but brothers kind of thing in it.
Okay.
It's very good. It's got Heather Graham in it as well. Mm. And who's the guy that was in The Son of the Mask?
Oh, what, the guy from Scream?
Yeah. Jamie Kennedy.
Jamie Kennedy, yeah.
He is also in it, and it's also pretty good in it. But the real star out is Eddie Murphy and Steve Martin. Also, Esteban, quickly, because I made a point of this. He listened to our Liam Dempsey episode.
Okay, good.
And he said, you think you know about movies, and then you hear Liam, making you realise you're just a part-timer.
Yes.
Yes.
100%. We've that with a lot of guests, to be honest.
But man, that man knows about films. Thank you, everyone, for getting involved. Someone really found our worst sequel with Daryl hilarious. It was from, so a comment, it was just a comment. It was from Here I Am at Square Eyes 589. Is the Dune 2 review generally made me howl. Brilliant stuff. Yes.
Yes. I mean, it's a hot take, isn't it?
The best way to put it is that it is a hot take.
But again, you kind of almost see where he's coming from.
It's hilarious.
And also the way that Daryl does it, and him threatening to fight anyone who disagrees with him, I think is all very, very worthy.
He's very funny as Daryl. Alex Elliot on Twitter as well. So we're talking about Liam, about how we were younger. We would always see sequels out of order, basically. So he said, talking of seeing films in order, my neighbour watched Endgame as his first Marvel movie and moaned that he didn't get it.
No shit, he didn't get it.
I also remember a client talking about watching Lord of the Rings and not getting it, only to find out they've watched Return of the King first.
Oh.
That would be a problem.
There are some movies there's some like box sets and trilogies you can watch out of order. Those are not them. Those are not ones.
I do think you need to, for Endgame, you need to at least watch Infinity War, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
And probably all the bits they go back in time to, like Avengers and stuff like that.
Like if you're watching an Indiana Jones movie, you don't have to watch it in order.
No.
But Avengers, you kind of do. And Lord of the Rings, 100%. You have to watch those three movies as created. Because they are just one story.
It is just one long story. Yeah. A lot of people, when we talk about unequal sequels and best and worst and dream sequel, a lot of them really don't like separating the Lord of the Rings.
Movies. A lot of people don't see it as genuine sequels, do they? Because it's different. It's the next part rather than a sequel. People
have all kinds of crazy rules, and we respect each and every one of them.
We let everyone bring their own rules, right? That's our rule, is that everyone just does their own rules.
It's their episode, basically. We're there just to shore it up.
We're just there to talk shit and take names.
Bang. Alex has sent an email with a question, and I love it. So,
okay.
Rich and Dave, I was scrolling through Instagram and saw a Lego Lord of the Rings set. I instantly thought Dave would love this. Alex, you're 100% right. It's the Tower of Isengard. And I have to stop myself not buying Lego because I know I would get addicted to buy Lego and then my life would just be Lego. So, I'm trying not to get involved in the Lego side of building things. It's very tough. So he says, it's also made me think, what would you...
Sorry, I'm just sat here literally holding up Lego models as Dave's speaking because I'm surrounded by Lego.
Apparently it's very relaxing and people... And the kits are amazing.
I buy myself a bit of Lego every month as a treat on payday or around payday and then build it when I'm stressed out.
Can I ask you what's the most you've ever spent on one of these Lego sets?
Probably.
Does your wife know?
I haven't spent a lot of money. I tend to buy cheaper stuff.
Right.
But my parents did buy me the Optimus Prime set for my birthday, and I think that was about 150 quid at the time. So that's quite a lot of money.
That's not bad. Some of them like £600.
Oh yeah, God no, I'm not buying. I would love to. And if I'd won the lottery, I would 100% buy all those expensive Lego sets. But I'm not. I've not, and I haven't. So,
if the lovely people at Lego are listening,
oh yeah,
we are willing.
We would love to review some Lego movie merch for you. Yeah, 100%.
The big ones. We'll do a video. Me and Rich trying to put it together.
We'll go on YouTube and do that nonsense.
Yeah, we love that. So Alex is saying, it also made me think, what would your best, worst, and dream movie tie-in merchandise be? Enjoying season 6 of the interviews. Thanks, Alice. Now, best, worst, and dream. I've just literally thought of merch I want to see. So, you go first.
Well, I think I know what you're going to say, so I'm going to try and avoid it.
Well, I've got the.
I know you're going to say Back to the Future stuff, aren't you?
Yes.
So I would. I would like an actual life-size working exosuit from Transformers the movie 86.
Wow.
Like the one that Daniel wears, like an actual, so I could actually be a Transformer.
That's very cool.
That's my dream. That's my dream merch.
It would have to come in different sizes, and you would have to have extra large, right?
Yeah, like 3 extra large, like XXXL.
That would be cool. Any Lego kits that you want then, kind of?
Well, I've got my...
You like more
I'd
Transformers?
like my Megatron. I'd like a Megatron one to go with my Optimus Prime. But I also would like more like Fast and Furious cars and stuff.
Yeah, that would be
That
cool.
would be cool.
But you can only get the Charger, I think, at the moment, right?
The Charger, and you can get Paul Walker's Nissan Skyline. So I've got the 2 of those.
So you want Jesse's, whatever it is.
Yeah, I want all of them, basically. What I really want is I want real life, like the Jensen Interceptor with the massive engine and body kit and stuff on it. I want that for as my actual car. That's my dream car.
Yeah. I don't know if,
I think
I
that's
don't know
in
if
like
tie-in
4.
merch.
I think.
Yeah.
I've never seen one like it, so I've only ever seen it in the movie. So yeah, but that's what I want.
I wonder who has it. They must have got it from somewhere.
Yeah, someone must have it.
I obviously would like the trainers from Back to the Future.
Yeah. I would like those too, but I was leaving that for you.
Yeah, and a few years ago they did they released like 150 pairs of them,
but not
for a
automatic
charity.
lace-up ones, though, were they?
Probably not. But I would love them. I'd also love a hoverboard. Would have been incredible. The fact that we haven't got a hoverboard. Well, how do you police that?
As a man who is not generally normal human size, I'd like the jacket that adjusts size to fit you.
Oh my God, that would be incredible if clothes could do that.
Yeah.
Trousers in particular.
Yeah.
T-shirts that don't make you look like you have a gut. Arms that fit me.
I know, right? Like what I would like is, the jacket to be like, because the taller you get, also the wider the clothes get. And, I'm pretty wide, but honestly, there's stuff I need to buy for T-shirts to be long enough for, like, I could fit another person in here with me.
I have the same kind of problem. They're not flattering. Black. I like black T-shirts. I'd also like, if somehow can work it, like an Iron Man suit, some kind of flying suit that will get me.
I see
over
people
the M1.
3D printing them and stuff, but no, not an
but
actual
they're not
flying
fly.
one. No.
Are
No,
they?
yeah. Something that could fly you to work.
But merchandise-wise, I'd like our Luke Speeder from Tatooine on Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that hovers, it seems. I'd also like, and I don't know if we can turn it into merchandise, it's my dream movie. It's one of my dream movies. Is Jumper, obviously.
Yeah.
The ability to teleport.
Yes, I think we're stretching merchandise now, aren't we? To just stuff from movies what we want.
I would like to time travel. The Rocketeer jetpack would have been a good one back in the day.
Again, yeah, I think we're just stretching it rather than it being
Why?
merch.
Why is that?
This is not this isn't so much merch though, is it? Like
merch would be incredible.
But I think this is like stuff from the movies we want rather than like, like Lego.
Oh,
things.
Well, I know you can get it, but for many years, I wanted the Pulp Fiction Bad Motherfucker wallet.
Oh yeah,
which is cool.
Yeah.
I remember my friend Matt Hyman got it when we were here, so I couldn't get that anymore because we couldn't have 2 of us. I was also, for many years, I wanted the Brad Pitt red leather jacket from Fight Club.
Oh, okay.
That's dimmed over the years, but there was a point in the early 2000s.
I'm pretty sure our friend Robbie had that at uni.
Really?
Or very similar. He definitely had a red leather jacket, yeah.
It would look better on Robbie than it would look on me.
He's the sort of man who could pull that sort of thing off, right?
I looked up at prices for that for a few years. And then there's a time when you realise that you're not Brad Pitt.
Yes.
So
I would say, Dave, we're more in the Brad Pittiful category.
Still a stunning man who can play apparently 40-year-olds in this new F1 movie or something, even though he's closer to 60.
Yeah, but he looks better at 60 than I did at 20. You know?
To be fair, I think I look better now than I did when I was 20, so I get it.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong. Yeah.
Saying that, I was a lot skinnier when I was 20.
Yes. Yeah. Same. Do you know what? This isn't necessarily merchandise that I want to have, but merchandise that I did have. I had the Matrix phone.
Did you?
Yes, I had the Nokia one where you press a little button on the back and it flipped down. Like I had that. Not because it came from the Matrix, but it was a freebie. So there, that was my phone for a while. Yeah, it wasn't that great. It just had Snake on it.
No, I remember my friend got it when we were in school, and he was very excited about it. And I think he pressed the button so much it eventually broke.
Oh,
showing it off.
Yeah,
it's a cool. Yeah, I'd wanted that for a while as well. And I think the leather jackets from Matrix as well. Must have something with leather, but sunglasses from Matrix.
I would never want the Matrix leather jackets. I always think a long leather jacket just makes you look like a wrong'un.
Yeah, I agree with that now. I eventually got myself some Blue Brothers like Ray-Ban glasses.
Nice.
After many years.
Nice.
I love them, and then I lost them recently. That's about it, I think.
Mm.
But yeah, Lego, send us your shit. Thank you, everyone, for sending your questions in. We answered them poorly, but hopefully entertainingly. We're now going to move on to news.
Sequel news.
That's where we've got some sequel news. There is some, not massive amount, so we can get through it pretty quick. And a lot of it is pretty quick stuff. So there has finally been a trailer for Captain America Brave New World.
Oh, has there?
Have you seen this?
No. Didn't even know it had come out.
I won't ruin it for you because there's something happens at the end. There's a bit of a spoiler. But you do get your first look at Harrison Ford as General Ross. And they do make a joke about why he doesn't have a tash anymore. Okay. But it looks like your atypical Marvel film, but without Captain America. So we got Anthony Mackie's Falcon as the new Captain America.
Okay.
I'm going to be interested to see how that works because Anthony Mackie's character hasn't got super serum.
Yeah. So is this supposedly the same General Ross as in the Hulk movie? Like Betty Ross's dad, but just played by a different character, but played by
It was played by William Hurt, who sadly passed away, who was also in Civil War and stuff like that. So yes, it's the same man. Sam Wilson's Falcon back. I won't go into it because spoilers at this point, but it looks all right. I know recently it went under reshoots again, and they added another $100 million on the budget. Ooh. So that's exciting.
Is it? I'm not sure that's exciting. I think that bodes badly.
I don't know.
That many reshoots, that worries me.
They added a whole new character in, and he's all over the trailer. So
I mean, that really worries me. I find that really worrying. Oh dear.
Marvel have a plan, hopefully.
Do they? Because we've not really seen much of what that plan might be.
There is also a glimpse in that trailer, they think, of the big alien thing from the Eternals.
Oh, right.
They're finally going to address the big powerful being that's
the big,
sticking out of the earth.
Human, the big giant face that's sticking out the sea that nobody seems to talk about.
Well, they're going to talk about it, so that's exciting. That's the most exciting thing about the trailer, I thought. There has also been a trailer for Gladiator 2. You've seen this one?
I haven't seen this one either. I know.
Have you not?
I know it's coming, but I don't watch trailers, Dave.
I thought you'd been in the cinema. It looks grand and it looks epic.
The films I've seen in the cinema wouldn't have Gladiator 2, I don't think, and the trailers, because I've seen Despicable Me 4, and then
I saw Twisters the other day.
I haven't seen that yet.
The trailer looks very much like Gladiator, and I think it might give away a lot, but I don't think Ridley Scott really cares. I think they really want people to see this film. But there is a scene of the Colosseum full with water, and they're fighting on boats.
They did used to do that, yeah.
Which, historically correct. So that's going to be an amazing scene, I think. And there's going to be a rhino at some point, and they show Paul Mescal, they show Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
Pascal. They're two of a kind. There's the guy from Quiet Day Part 1 is in there as well. Connie Nelson's back as that character. it looks very Gladiator, and I was pumped from watching the trailer. Honestly, it's a good trailer.
Good.
I think it gives away a lot, but it's a good trailer.
I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it for a while.
Yeah, me too. So that's coming out nearer Christmas, I think. Apparently, another bit of news. Happy Gilmore 2 will start filming in September.
We don't need Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh, I quite like Happy Gilmore, and I can't wait for Happy Gilmore 2.
Okay.
That's an exciting one.
Good.
Also, that would be on Netflix. Also on Netflix is The Old Guard 2. Did you ever watch The Old Guard? Came out about 2016. It had Charlize Theron on it and stuff.
Nope. Never even heard of it.
Well, apparently the sequel has been shot and finished in 2002, and they still haven't released it yet.
2002?
2022.
I was going to say, God, Dave. 22 years ago?
Well, 2 years ago. And they haven't finished post-production on it yet, or it got put on hold or whatever. But apparently now it is moving forward again.
Doesn't bode well either, does it?
It's a good action film. It's got a lot of good people in it.
Cool. Well, we'll review that when it comes out then.
When it eventually comes out. They put this in the rumour category. There has suddenly been an inburst of news about the Devil Wears Prada sequel, early development in Disney.
Okay.
As far as I can read, there has been nothing 100% confirmed. There has been rumours that the writers of the original film are on board and some of the cast are interested, but there's no mention of Anne Hathaway kind of thing.
Right.
My wife was very excited about this. She sent me the report, and I said, yes, but that's from The Sun, when she sent it to me or something. And it felt very much like when they announced the Holiday
2, yeah.
So until anything gets confirmed 100%,
I smell something funny. I think it could be bullshit.
Could be. I know in the past, all three of those, Emily Blunt, Meryl Streep, and Anne Hathaway, have all mentioned that they'd like to get back together. And, there are possible storylines that would work, but we'll see. I feel that film's fine. It's okay. What else we got? Oh, yeah. We didn't get around to seeing it, but Kevin Costner's Horizon, which is 3 hours long.
Yes.
And every time I looked at your screenings, they always started at 8:15, and I ain't got time for that. And weekends I couldn't get to, and I had to go and see other films. It hasn't made a lot of money at the box office, but apparently American Saga Chapter 2 has been pulled from August cinema release.
Ah, okay. So that's a sequel we're not getting then.
It might just go straight to streaming somewhere. Someone might pay money for it. Apparently the film is very good. It looks amazing. It just lacks in a storyline that puts everything together.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think people have got a lot of time for a 3-hour Western these days.
A lot of people I've read reviews, I've seen it, have said it would have worked really well as a TV show. But Kevin Costner loves cinema, and we should do everything we can to try and get people to go to cinema.
Yeah.
But that sadly wasn't the thing that works. Okay, next bit of news. Let's put this in, again, rumor camp. The Russo brothers are in early talks to direct Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars for Marvel.
Ooh.
Which is good because, well, it is good because the Russo brothers make the best.
Sorry, I've got my 1986 Marvel Secret Wars sticker book right next to me because I've been trying to complete it for the last 2 years.
And then you should get it graded.
Oh no, it probably won't be graded very highly. My 5-year-old stickers, my 5-year-old sticking skills aren't great. They're all a bit wonky in here. But yeah, so I've got 3 stickers I need to complete it, but they're virtually impossible to find.
Oh, well, good luck with that.
Because it's nearly 40 years old.
They'll be around.
Yeah, there are some on eBay, just not the ones I need.
Oh. Anyway, the Russo brothers who directed Captain America 2, Winter Soldier, Civil War, and of course Infinity Wars and Endgame are rumoured to come back. I think Marvel probably want some people who can handle it, and they've announced, and obviously they had directors and not directors coming and going from this feature. I mean, the Russo brothers outside the Marvel world, who make like The Grey Man, whatever it was, and then there was another bad film they made, and Cherry with Tom Holland and stuff.
Yeah, that wasn't amazing, was it, Cherry?
No, but I think they can handle big scale storytelling with multiple characters. And I know Secret Wars got quite a few.
Secret Wars, yeah, it's got everyone basically, literally everyone. Fantastic Four, X-Men, Avengers, Spider-Man, like everyone.
So that'll be exciting. So not confirmed, so let's wait a little bit for that. Last bit of news. Shrek 5 set summer 2026 release with Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz and Eddie Murphy all set to return. Now, this isn't a big surprise for us who watched and loved Puss in Boots.
Yeah, there's a strong hint at the end of that there's going to be another Shrek movie, right?
And now there are 2 very good Shrek movies, and then there's 2 pretty bad Shrek movies.
Although, if you are a Sequelizers listener, we all know they hate Shrek 2.
Yes.
I don't know why. I like Shrek 2.
I like Shrek. I think it's great. But there's a poster out, so it says in theatres July 1st, 2026. Are you excited for a Shrek 5, Rich?
If it's the quality of Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, then yes. If it's the quality of Despicable Me 4, then no.
Yeah, the Puss in Boots was outrageously good.
Yeah, it was good.
And I don't know if it'd be interesting if they go with that style of animation or not, or if they will keep that just for...
I don't know. I don't know if it would work for Shrek. I'm not sure. But we'll see. And animated movies seem to make a lot of money at the moment, so... They
do. They seem to be a sure bet
at
the moment. We always quite like to, at the end of the month, see what's happening now on the box office. Inside Out, number 1, has made 1.4 billion.
Yeah. I think that was always my tip for highest grossing of the year, I think.
Well, your other tip was Despicable Me 4, and that's currently at 465. So it's pretty strong. I think now, like you said, we record on a Sunday now, and the box office gets updated on a Monday, so I can imagine that'll prop up a bit more, maybe closer to the 600s.
Yeah, and if they run it all through the summer, then it's going to make a load of money.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is so close to 400 million. I hope it makes it. It's like 4 million short. I think that's a great result for that film. Bad Boys Ride or Die is at 380. Might not get to 400, but still pretty good return. A Quiet Place Day 1 is at 227. That's pretty good. That's a nice little profit for that. But yeah, I cut 1.4 for Inside Out. That's big, man.
That's big money. Yeah, I think essentially the money at the moment is with quality animated sequels, essentially, isn't it? You know,
sequels seem to be where the money is. I mean, if you look at this top 8, they're either a sequel or a prequel at the moment. The only one that's not a sequel or a prequel is at number 9, which is the Garfield movie.
Again, animated though, and a known property. So
Garfield is, yeah. So the film's like...
So there's nothing original in there, in that top 10.
Inside Out, Dune, Godzilla, Kung Fu Panda, Despicable Me, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Bad Boys, A Quiet Place, Garfield movie, and currently Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
So there's only one that's not a sequel / prequel in that top 10, and that's the Garfield movie, which has already had 2 movies and lots of
countless books and cartoons and stuff. And then next month will be the release of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be massive.
I don't know, because
you haven't bought into the hype train, have you?
Well, no, I think the movie's going to be good and I'm really going to enjoy it. I don't think it's going to make a buttload of money because it's going to be R-rated, which, is like 18 for us, which means it's not a family movie, so you can't take the kids to go and watch it. So you're buying 1 ticket instead of 4, Yeah. So I don't think it's going to make... I would probably put it in the 400 million kind of...
Oh, no, I think it's going... region. I think it's going above that.
You reckon?
I think, I don't think it'll do 1.4.
Definitely not. It's not going to... It won't touch Inside Out.
No. I think it'll go above 800.
You reckon?
Yeah. I bet I'm horribly wrong.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
The amount of marketing they've put into this film.
Yeah, I know. But the problem is that the nature of the film limits its audience.
And that's where you're concerned.
That's where I'm concerned. So I think if you look at it, will deliver about roughly, say, a third of what Inside Out has done.
Okay.
Because you're limiting your audience by a third, by 2/3, aren't you, really?
Yeah. Well, by the time of the next Roundup month, at the end of the August one, we'll know, and we'll report back then.
Let's find out. I really hope I'm wrong. I really do, because I really want that movie to be successful. But I don't know, man. The environment, the box office environment we're living in at the moment, I think 400 million is a success for that movie.
I don't think that will be. I think the budget of that film is about 300 million.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. But I mean, compared to other things like you know, like we're talking about what money, you know, so 1.4 billion for Inside Out, and then what's the next best after that? What, 600,000?
No, 600,000.
600 million.
No.
Sorry.
No, June's Part 2 is on 711 million.
But June Part 2 has made 700 million. It's not even topped a billion. Like,
no,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, June Part 2 is topping a billion, right?
I don't know.
I would think it would.
I would have thought Kung Fu Panda 4 would have made a bit more than 545.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out in a month. We'll let everyone know. The reviews for and Twisters. We'll see how that goes in the next few weeks as well.
Yeah, maybe that'll make 100 quid.
Hey, let's move on to sequels that we've seen. So it's sequels that we've seen, sequels that we've seen, sequels that we've seen. Right. This is where we have to put the caveat of Rich and I have been busy watching other things, so we can't talk about the sequels that we've seen.
We can't talk about the sequels that we've seen because we'll talk about those in the interview episodes, so you'll have to tune in for those instead. However, I have seen a sequel that's not in there because we talked about earlier. It's A Quiet Place Part 2.
And Quiet Place Part 1.
Obviously, well. Quiet Place Part 1, which is, does it count as a sequel now?
I don't know, but you can talk about it. You can talk about it now, so go for it.
They're both very good. They're both very good. They're much better than I thought. Although both movies have bits that I absolutely hate.
Can I take a guess?
It isn't because they're bad. It's just because I hate kids in peril.
I'm about to say, so the opening scene of Part 1.
Yep. Yeah. Chills me to my bones because I have a little boy and I don't want anything bad to happen to him.
That really hits you, that opening, doesn't it?
Really,
I did say that in the review that
really hits
nothing
you.
in Part 1 addresses or hits that tone of
no, you're right.
What happens.
And then in Part 2... there's the other little boy gets his foot caught in a bear trap. Yeah. And I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. Like his muffling his screams kind of thing. I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't do it.
But well-made films and everyone's really good in them, aren't they?
Really very well made. Yeah. Jimon Honsu does come back in the second one, but not for very long. Which we did talk about. He's not in it for long. But clever. Obviously, they figure out a way to kind of get back at the aliens in the second one, which is good. In no way did it change my review of Quiet Place Day One, because I think what I said in my review is it felt like, not having seen the other movies, that it wouldn't add anything to the trilogy. It doesn't. In fact, Dimon Honsu does a whole monologue about how only 2 boats escaped and there were massive fights between people and all that sort of stuff, and we didn't see any of that in Day One. In fact, it looked all quite harmonious, didn't it? People getting on boats and things, and it seemed like there were a lot more than just 2 got away. So it kind of contradicts itself a little bit in that. But that's the only thing I would say differently about, that's the only thing I'd pick up on.
Good at tension, though. The bits when she's giving birth or treads on the... Is there
she treads the nail. Oh, God. Emily Blunt is incredible. It is Emily Blunt, isn't it?
It is Emily Blunt,
Yeah, Emily Blunt is incredible in these. She's so good. I mean, John Krasinski's pretty good, but... And Cillian Murphy, actually I like Cillian Murphy a bit more. Like his character.
I know you do because you like Cillian Murphy.
Well, no, I don't mean him as an actor. I mean his character.
Sure.
I like because he's a bit more badass, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, well, the other one's playing a father role.
Yeah, and he's obviously a father who's lost his family.
Oh, that bit in the first one. I love you.
Yeah, I know it's bad, man. But then, as a dad, you'd 100% do that. I'd 100% do that. Any day of the week. There's a really good Ryan Reynolds quote when he's like, before my daughter was born, I thought I really loved my wife, and now I physically use her as a human shield to protect my child.
That's good. Well, I'm really glad you watched them and you enjoyed them. I think they're amazing for what they are, like budget-wise.
Absolutely. They're not very long. They're about 80, 90 minutes, each of them. You know, they really hit home, like, quickly.
Yes.
And, yeah, it's nice to kind of... that they run into each other. They're almost, they're basically two parts of one movie, aren't they? They do that kind
I'm sure some people will refuse to put that as a sequel one day.
Quite
and they'll be like, no, it's
yeah.
one part.
It's all one movie and it's just split in two.
It's called part two.
Yeah. Which is fair. It could have been like a 3-hour movie if they wanted it to be. But,
yeah,
you know, it's good. They're both good. And, yeah. But it doesn't change the way I felt about day one, I don't think.
Good. But you like the world that it all builds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you watch another one now?
Probably would. Although it'd be hard to know where it's going now that they've got this. Now that they almost like these creatures like Venom, aren't they? Basically, like
yes.
This particular pitch of noise is going to make them go crazy, and then you can blow their heads off.
Well, there'll have to be enough people around to be able to use them, like the army. I don't know if the army's around anymore or whatever.
And also, you would have thought someone might have figured that out before this. You know, like
people are stupid.
Their hearing's really good. Maybe they're sensitive to certain sounds. Let's try them. No.
Yeah, that would have been a good plan.
Fly a helicopter over, making a beep kind of
good
noise.
Plan.
You know. Anyway.
Anything else?
I haven't watched any more sequels that I can talk about. I have watched lots of other sequels, but they're all going to be for interview episodes, so I'm sorry. I cannot mention them. Sorry.
The only other things I've watched are probably the Beverly Hills Cop, but I've talked about them enough on Axel F.
Well, that's... Yeah. Yeah, we talked about those a little bit, didn't we?
1's good, 2's good, 3's crap. There we go. Let's move on to movies that we've seen. So, Movie Club, go on.
How's this one go? Oh, yeah. Movie Club.
There we go. I love the fact we can't remember and we've been doing this for a while now. I've seen a few films, so go on. What?
I've watched Twister in preparation for Twisters, and it's fine.
Okay, we'll hold off that for the Twisters review. Okay, I've finally seen the Iron Claw. Have you watched that?
I haven't,
told you.
No. I know it's on. I know it's. I want to watch it, but honestly, yeah, life has taken over.
It's also, I think you need to watch happy films a little bit.
Yes. Yeah.
The Iron Claw is incredible, but it is so depressing.
Right. Okay.
It's not. There's not 1 ounce of, I would say, joy pretty much in it.
I have enough of that in my life at the moment, so yeah.
Watch it when you're in a happier place. The cast are amazing in it. They're all... Zac Efron's incredible in it, I think. It's one of those films where you watch it and then you Google it and you find out the real story is even sadder than what was going in the movies. So you're like, oh, fucking hell. I watched a thing called Bottoms. Did you hear about Bottoms?
I've seen Bottoms. Yeah, I saw that a long time ago.
What did you think of Bottoms?
I liked it. I really liked it. It's not as good.
It's mad. It's more mad than I thought it was.
Yeah, it is mad. Definitely. It's not. I'd put it in the Booksmart category, but not as good as Booksmart. But
a little bit weirder than Booksmart.
I really liked it. Yeah,
everyone's very good in it. It's very funny in parts. The girl out of The Bear.
She's great.
Yeah, it's all very funny. At the ending, it just goes. They just turn it to a different level of madness.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I don't know if I was quite ready for it. I sat afterwards and I was like, did I enjoy that? And I did enjoy it because it's very funny and some very good jokes, very well written.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Other 2 films I need to quickly mention. I kind of went down a few months ago when I saw Nickelback with my wife, and she's a big fan, and it turned out that I was like, oh my God, Nickelback are good. They made a film last year. It was called Hate to Love Nickelback.
Okay.
And it's basically about how everyone hates Nickelback but secretly loves Nickelback.
I only know one song. And
they've done more than one song.
Not great.
This is how you remind me of what I really am. That one.
That's the one, isn't it?
But you also know Rockstar, surely.
Do I? Is that not Kid Rock?
No.
No? I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's the one where they talk through most of it. Yeah, it's crap. Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, the film's quite entertaining, and if you like music documentaries.
Okay.
Again, they've gone through some shit, but it's just funny how they turned into this bub of jokes, but then thousands upon thousands of people still sell out like O2 arenas and stuff like that. So don't be afraid to say what you love, kids.
No. If you love
do things that make you
Nickelback,
happy.
fair play to you. There are people out there that love you too, Dave.
Fucking hell.
We can't all have good music taste. I'm sorry.
Talking about that, I watched a documentary on Netflix called James Blunt, One Brit Wonder.
I love James Blunt. I'm sorry. Here you go. This is my bad music taste. I like his music. I like his personality. I think he's a legend. I haven't watched the documentary, but I will.
It's good. It's called One Brit Wonder. He's very funny. Now, James Blunt's a funny one between me and you. Because in my head, and correct me if this story is wrong, you got the album, Back to Bedlam.
Yeah.
Way before it was released, probably. You bought it he was supporting Katie Mello or something.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. I went to Katie Mello gig with a girl that I was seeing. Wasn't completely over the moon with it, but he was supporting her, and I really liked him. Wasn't fussed about Katie Mello.
You bought the album there or something before it was released.
I got the album on pre-release because I was doing radio back then, so I got
That's
it
how
on like
you
a
got
promo.
it. Yes, and I remember the front cover. The one that was released was blue.
Yeah, mine wasn't
blue. I remember yours was red.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I can't remember what colour it was, but it wasn't the one.
I remember really clearly, and I remember you handing it around to all of us so we could burn it onto our computers or whatever. And we got addicted to that album way before it was released. And You're Beautiful and Goodbye My Lover and anything else came these oversaturated songs. But that album means so much to me at that time in 2004 or 5 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I just remember that. I think, we had this album way before. And I remember trying to play it to my dad as well before it came out. I was like, this guy's going to be pretty big. You'll like this. And now my parents love James Blunt and go and see him when he's touring and stuff. And he always brings that up. That I got him into James Blunt. But I also remember that you're the one who got me into James Blunt. And you're like, yeah, I saw this guy, I saw Kate Miller, but the support act was really good.
Yeah, I remember that. I'd completely forgotten that until you mentioned it. And yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
So it was nice to know about someone before he actually... It was only a few months, I would say, but it was enough to get really into that album.
It was
before it was actually released.
The actual best thing about working in radio was getting promos before they were released. So I had Dan Lasack and Scroobius Pip's albums before it was released and stuff, and yeah, getting all that promo music. I love that. That was my favourite thing.
Shame that can't still happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun documentary. He never takes himself seriously. Again, he's brilliant on Instagram and X or Twitter, whatever you call. And I went down a James Blunt rabbit hole. I think his 2 first albums are really good, actually. Oh God, we sound old. And he's done some pretty good new stuff recently. But it was fun. And he talks about him being in the army and stuff, and it's fun. But that's all I've watched. Oh, I watched a film called Mansfield Park from 1999 with my wife.
Is that like a costume drama kind of?
Yes, it's not Jane Eyre. Pride and
Jane
Prejudice.
Austen.
Jane Austen. Yeah, that was her pick for a film of the month. And I haven't watched mine yet because it's not.
They
over.
all kind of blur into one for me, like Gosford Park, Mansfield Park.
Yes,
all that Wuthering Heights,
Pride and Prejudice, Wuthering Heights. That's not the same
one.
writer.
I know, but it all kind of still Bleak House, all that stuff. All kind of it all seems to me it's all just one movie. And my wife will kill me for that because she loves all that stuff.
Yeah, they all kind of hit the same beats, but the costumes are normally very good and the acting's normally very good, so
yeah,
it's fine. That's all I've watched. Again, sequels and Twister and disenfranchised films and stuff like that. So
yeah,
let's move on to
TV Club.
Now, I think you've maybe watched more than I have in TV Club. Because it's funny when we get to months like this, because most of my free time is dealing with editing.
So the thing is, I normally get an hour at the end of the night to just watch something on my own. So the TV episode is easier. I've watched quite a few single episodes of things, but I have binge watched The Bear. Did we say that last month, or was that this month?
that was out this month. Season 3 of The Bear.
I binge watched season 3 of The Bear in a week.
Is it as good as the second season, first season?
No, it's not.
Oh.
No, it isn't. It's still good. Don't get me wrong. I still liked it, but it doesn't really go anywhere this season.
Is the action still incredible?
Yes. Yeah. The acting's still incredible. I just, I don't know. It's not as good. The last season was so good, and it doesn't quite match up to that, unfortunately.
I mean, they had a hard task because for season 1 and 2 are incredible pieces of.
There was always
TV.
going to be a dip, and I imagine maybe season 4 is going to come back and absolutely smash it.
Well, apparently they filmed season 3 and 4 back to back, pretty much.
Yeah,
So,
it feels like season 3 is building up to season 4 being big.
does it feel like a season 3 part 1 and season 3 part 2 kind of way?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Feels like it could be that. I did also watch the other thing that I binged is the Walking Dead spin-off.
There's another Walking Dead
There's
spin-off?
a Walking Dead spin-off, yeah. It's Michonne and Rick Grimes.
Oh, okay.
It's Those of Us Who Live, I think it's called.
How many episodes was that?
Like 8, I think. Not loads.
Not too many.
Not too
as many as
many. But I love The Walking Dead. I love
you do love
zombie
the Walking Dead.
movies.
You're one of the people that I know that keep going with it.
Yeah, I know. But I really like it. I like the world it's made. And
I
enjoyed it.
Has the Norman Reed, the other spin-off?
No, that's out in August, I think. The Norman Reedus one.
I can't keep up with all the spin-offs.
Well, I mean, it's just like new seasons of Walking Dead, but only focuses on one or two characters. Really,
is Fear of the Walking Dead still going?
I don't know. I never watched Fear of the Walking Dead. That's one I didn't get started with it, so I didn't just kind of never got into it.
There's too much. There's just too much. Have you started The Boys? I know that's ended.
I have started The Boys, but I haven't finished it. So that's one that I've watched a couple of episodes of, but I'm doing it slowly.
Because I've started watching. I don't know if it's Gen V.
No, I haven't watched that. No.
Okay, I'm going to watch that before I watch the new Boys. I've heard that some things overlap, or I don't know.
Okay,
but that's quite a good first episode. I'm quite intrigued by that. The Acolytes I still haven't started on Star Wars.
Yeah, Acolyte. I have watched a few of those episodes again. I'm not kind of.
I haven't
not
got
to the end
watched
yet.
it, and just I've dealt with a bit of the I won't say backlash, but the talk about it. Some people seem to look. It seems very up and down show with critics and fans. And
I'll be honest. I've really enjoyed it. I have really enjoyed it so far. And I'm trying not to watch. They're releasing one episode a week, and I'm a bit behind.
Right.
So I'm trying to sort of watch it weekly. But I really like. It's really different. Like it's a really different. I mean, it is still Star Wars, but it's early Republic. It's like Knights of the Old Republic kind of Star Wars. Something that I've wanted for a while. It's still Star Wars, but it's way before 100 years before the prequels, basically. And I like it. I really like it. I know people have said it's slow and it's boring and stuff, but I like it.
Sometimes you need to. It's really funny talking because you binge some stuff and you try and save some stuff.
Yeah.
How do you make that decision?
Well, I think if the streaming service drops it all at once, then I'll tend to binge it, like The Bear. Yeah. Then I'll tend to binge it. And it really does depend on what I've got time for.
What do you prefer? Do you like a good binge?
I do, but again, it really depends because I don't often have time for that. And if I do, then chances are I have to watch movies for this. Or I want to watch a movie. But if a streaming service drops things monthly or weekly, then what I'll try and do is watch those things weekly as intended. But probably normally a few episodes behind because I just don't get time.
I think The Acolytes actually ended the last one came out this week. Yeah.
So I'm definitely not. I think I'm a few episodes behind. Let's say a few episodes behind The Boys. This House of the Dragons come out as well, which I've only watched one of. I think
I'm saving them up.
I watched the first episode and I was like, it's okay, but it's.
There was an episode last week, and everyone said it might be the best episode of House of Dragons.
Oh, really?
So.
Okay. Well, yeah, I will get into that, but yeah, I'm quite behind, mainly because July has been shite.
You've got to remember, you've basically got two and a half jobs. You've got your job, you got your other job, and then you got this job,
yeah,
and then you've got children.
Yeah, so I've got my actual job, which has been really, really tough this month. It's been a really hard month with my actual job. Then my wife is starting her own business, which I'm helping her with. which is kind of like my other job.
Yeah.
Then I have a volunteer job that I do with like local charity, trying to help them. And then I do this as the podcast.
This is the relaxation part.
Yeah, this is the relaxation part apparently, but this is kind of like a job as well. And then I've also made a huge automotive financial mistake and bought an old BMW that's been sat in the field for 3 years, which I'm planning to not restore, but fix. And then I've got a kid who's neurodivergent and needs lots of support and has finished school this month, and the local authority fucked us over and he doesn't have a school to go to in September, so I'm dealing with that as well.
and it's now summer holidays, so
it's now summer holidays, and not only am I working, but my wife's going to be working too because she's got her own business, so I've got lots of things to juggle, man.
You've also forgot you have a dog. They have to.
Yeah, I've got the
they
dog
don't look
as
after
well.
themselves.
Yeah, I've got the dog to sort out too. No, I don't know what I'm doing, mate. Genuinely, don't know what's going on. And
well, I think you're doing brilliant.
All the other
Keep
stuff that's going on as well, with people dying and things, and all that kind of thing. Not to bring the mood down, but a death in the family to deal with and stuff. So
July can get in the fucking bin.
Yeah, July can pretty much get in the bin. Let's
August,
cross
man.
our fingers and touch all the wood for a nice quiet August.
I'd love that. I love that. It's the Olympics, so that's what I'm talking about. TV Club. What I watched in the last month was England get battered in the European Championships.
Well, they didn't get battered though, did they? They got to the final.
They got to the final, but each game was a fucking marathon to get through, it seems.
I mean, I'm not a big football fan, really. I mainly watched football at university to fit in with you lot.
You did it really well.
And then I only really watch England in tournaments and stuff. But I've found it very boring.
It is quite funny because you listened to last week's episode, and I was so positive that we were going to win that game.
Yeah, you were. Bless you. I was watching it going, oh, poor Dave.
So it took a couple of days to get over that. Even though Spain, they deserved it. They've been the better team through the tournament.
Yeah.
But part of me still believed. But anyway, next month is the Olympics.
Probably won't get much time to watch any of that either.
I love the Olympics.
So, yeah.
Do you know they have street dancing in the Olympics now?
Do they? Wow. That's what I like about the Olympics. Like all the random sports that come in.
Yeah, they're my favourite bits. And we, as a friendship group, go away once a year and we play our favourite computer game together, which is
Athens.
Olympics or Beijing.
Yeah.
And we call it tappy buttons, basically.
Yeah, because you just have to tap buttons really, really fast.
We spent 12 hours once doing it at the fall Olympics.
We did, yeah. Cause...
we had to ice our hands afterwards. There's blisters.
Yeah. I think we're responsible for our friend Rich needing an operation on his hand.
Last time we got together, we didn't do the fall Olympics. We did half,
yeah.
Olympics.
I think about half, yeah.
It was much more manageable.
Yes. Because we recorded an episode at the same time, didn't we? We did a Twilight episode.
We did a few things. We played a lot of Mario Kart. We played a lot of GoldenEye.
Yeah.
We should probably get our next one of those booked in.
We should, definitely.
Probably in the new year. Okay, let's talk. Let's move on. We're going to move on to upcoming releases in the UK. Okay, so this is the part when we tell you what's coming up in August. So I'm just going to, in our review sections, I'm going to let you know that, okay, so this comes out on Friday the 26th, which is basically the same week as Deadpool and Wolverine, but also is Twisters. So August is going to look like this, ladies and gentlemen. Friday the 2nd, we're doing a Twisters review, so we can give everyone time to watch that so we can talk about spoilers. Wednesday the 7th, we're on to our third part of Rambo 3 for Box Set Mentality. Friday the 9th is when we're going to do Deadpool and Wolverine. I know that's a couple of weeks afterwards, but this film is going to be full with spoilers and big talking moments. So we're going to try and give everyone enough time to at least, if you want to see it before we will be talking spoilers on it, basically. I don't know what we're going to do Friday the 16th yet. Something's going to have to be worked out. Wednesday the 21st, we're doing our next episode Disenfranchised for Another Slice. We're going to be talking about Leon and how that, teased sequels and the long stuff like that. Then on Friday the 23rd, I think, is Alien Romulus.
Ooh, quite excited about that.
Really excited about that. Scary. And then on Friday the 30th, we'll be doing the Roundup. And that hopefully is our August. I'm sure something else will change or pop up. Hopefully that will happen. Talking about sequels in August, not a lot.
Oh no, there's quite a bit.
But most of those films have come out in July.
Yeah, true. We're reviewing a lot in August, though, right?
Yes.
So Twisters, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Alien Romulus all being reviewed in August. That's a busy month for us, right?
Busy month, but only one of those is released in August. But I know what you mean. Other films coming out. We've got the new M. Night Shyamalan. I can't say his name. Trap, which looks good with Josh Hartnett.
Oh, I've seen the trailer for this. Yeah,
the trailer kind of drops the maybe the twist, so there might be another twist in it.
Yeah, maybe.
You're kind of expecting a twist in his films now, and I think that's a little bit unfair. We are getting the Borderlands movie, which is based on a computer game.
Again, the trailer looks all right.
It looks very much like Guardians of the Galaxy, but it has a cracking cast. So that'll be interesting. What else is out? The Crow remake with Bill Skarsgård is out.
Yeah, maybe we could review that. Maybe.
I don't know. I really love the original Crow. There's a horror film called Cuckoo that looks a bit weird. Zoe Kravitz has released directing a film called Blink Twice, starring Channing Tatum. Looks interesting. There is another film from Blumhouse called Afraid, but AI is in the Afraid, so it's about a killer AI system in your house, which looks a little bit like that Simpsons episode when Pierce Brosnan is there.
He plays the house. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And that is it for August. So some good films coming out, some good sequels to talk about, and I think a lot of films are running a little bit scared of a couple of films, aka Deadpool for a couple of weeks. So
maybe. But yeah, we will get to the end of season 6 in August as well.
Oh my God, we're finishing season 6.
Season 6 will end. So you've got time now, before the season ends, to go back and listen to all the previous episodes in season 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 as well. May as well go back and listen to all of them. Get prepared for the end of season 6, which will be a cracking episode. And whilst you're there, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button and the auto download button, will drop into your popular choice at least once a week, if not more. Season 7 will come pretty hot on the heels of season 6, so there won't be a big gap to wait for that. We are recording it already. So yeah, don't say we don't treat you, because we do. And that'll run until about Christmas, I should think, season 7.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Yeah, that'll run into Christmas for an interesting Christmas special that we've still working out the details of.
That's the plan.
Yep. All of this is plans. Plans. So yeah, keep your ears peeled for those. Dave has mentioned a few times we've got some brilliant stuff coming on Another Slice. So get yourself onto anotherslice.com/unequal sequel, and you pay your $2.99 subscription. You'll get all that extra stuff, bonus content in the sequel sessions for all of our interview episodes, as well as Box Set Mentality and Disenfranchised, all that business. Also, check out Dave's new podcast, the great Tom Cruise Cake Quest. If you've been listening to our interview episodes, you will hear trailers for it on the end of those, so keep an ear out for that. It is fun. I really enjoyed it. I was on the first episode.
Episode 2 is coming very soon, ladies and gentlemen. If anyone's listening, where's episode 2? It's coming very soon. Hopefully in the next week or two after this, because obviously editing season 12 season 6 is taking up the bulk of my time.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And of course, we want you focusing on this one before you do your spin-off projects. But yeah, if you want to let us know what you thought of any of the movies, if we've missed any of your comments or anything like that, just give us a shout on social media. We're at Unequal Sequel on all of those. We will try and read out your comments at the end of the month roundup. We think we've got them all, but just in case we missed any, we're very sorry. But if you don't do social media like a sensible person, we also have email. You can get us on unequalsequel@hotmail.com. Get in touch. We'll read out all your comments at the end of the month roundup. And yeah, those are all the things.
Good job. Yes, do what Rich says. Send in your thoughts. We want to hear them. We love to hear them. We love to read them. And we like to answer them a lot of the times. So that's good. We're on to August, ladies and gentlemen. So hold tight. It's going to be a bumpy one. Big sequels, little sequels. They're all coming. I mean, a Deadpool, a Twisters, and a new Alien film to talk about. Holy smokes. One of them could be bad.
Yeah.
Or they could all be
They could all be great. I think they're all going to be amazing. They're all going to be amazing.
I've seen one of them.
I've
seen one of them, and I can tell you, that one is not bad.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
I've got nothing else to say, so it's a bye-bye from me. Bye-bye. And it's a bye-bye from him.
Bye!
See you in the next one. Sequel to this one. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Listen off all the things that I do. I'm also thinking about starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah, for the car.
Yeah, Movie Motors. That's my thing.
We have a company now. You can.
Yeah, I was thinking of we could do a YouTube channel where we fix up cars that have been in movies.
What I love is that you say we, and I have absolutely no skills fixing cars.
You can do the movie bit. I'll do the car bit. You do the movie bit.
I'll point to something and I'll say, "What's that?" And you'll say, "That's a steering wheel, Dave." And I'll be like, wow.
You'll point to something and say, "What's that?" And I'll be like, "I don't know."
I'm just going to come in. I can present it and then go, "What have you done this week, Rich?" And you can tell me.
There we go. Yeah, we could do that.
We have to buy equipment. Okay, everyone, we've got to start a YouTube channel about cars. Bye bye.